we are, Doncaster Retro Game Market. Whole gang's here. Kev's here.
Hello. It's James's wave now.
Oh, not happy as James has took his wave. Feeling excited, Kev?
Yeah. Can't you tell?
Got a backpack.
She knows you, Kev. Kev's here somewhere. Here he is. So happy to be here, honestly.
I'm alright.
Yeah. Right, where are we starting, Kev? Anywhere. Let's go top corner.
Yeah.
He just got here. You do it on purpose. Lowering the tone. I came here for chocolates and sweets, and you've come here for this.
Am I slobbering?
Yeah. Honestly, no one else is going to buy them. You don't need to do this first lap because no one else is buying them. So, I'm very impressed so far. I've only been down like 2 rows. I've bought 2 games. I'm not sure I'm proud of either of them. But yeah, so far, so good. I've seen a lot of stuff that I'll be potentially buying on a second lap. But yeah, seems to be a lot of games here, which is good. Lots of games indeed. Now I'm going to talk about the stallers and the event in a bit more detail later on in this video because I've got a lot to say about it and there's quite a sizable update that I want to make you guys aware of as well. But before that, let's take a look at some of my early pickups now. Yeah, this first one doesn't exactly fill me with pride of ownership, I'm going to be honest with you, but what are you going to do, right? Life of a completionist. On the Super Nintendo, Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends. So this one's a Software Creations developed 1993 minigame compilation. I think there's also like interactive stories in here. I mean, who cares, right? I don't think it's going to be getting rave reviews from myself or anybody else. In fact, it looks pretty dreadful, but £80 complete in box. We can get to that in a moment. The seller did give me a good deal, but it's one of them games that I'm not going to say it's common, it's relatively uncommon, but you do see it. I've seen a handful of copies of this in various game stores throughout my time collecting, but it's usually battered and it does hold quite a high price, so it's never been the right time to pull the trigger. This one, whilst not mint by any means, it's in better condition than most that you see, and it's complete in box. Now, my theory is that because this was obviously aimed at children, they just sort of had this piece of cardboard, ripped it open, didn't take care of it. And I don't think many adults are out there thinking I best invest in Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends because it's going to be worth thousands in years to come. So yeah, that's pretty much where it's at. The seller did give me a really good deal, as it says on here, £80 CIB. I think he ended up giving me this for £65, and I just want to shout out Hammer Gaming. In my opinion, they're one of the better stores there today. And it's everything that you could want to see from sellers at these markets. They had a variety of goods, all well priced, and they were willing to do a deal. I did pick something else up from them, which we'll get to a little bit later on. And they actually threw this in as well, so this is very cool. You guys know me. I love weird and wonderful items, and this definitely ticks that box. Let me open it. So we have here a Mario Tennis Ultra Smash Tennis Ball. I think it says Nintendo on the other side. Yep. Anything with a Nintendo logo on it makes it worthwhile as far as I'm concerned. I do actually already own a Mario golf ball as well, so I'll try and dig that out and show you guys. But yeah, very kind of them to throw that in for free. Much appreciated. And like I say, I'll be discussing another one of their pickups a little bit later on. Like I always say at these events, it's always great catching up with people. The Ghetto gang were there in force, and there was a pre-arranged deal that I already had done. And that was for Resident Evil Village on the Xbox One, but it's this nice steelbook version with, of course, the sleeve cover. Hard to believe that Resident Evil Village came out back in 2021 now. I mean, it just doesn't feel like that long ago to me at all, but time flies. This is one that I haven't played, but I have got a bit of a Resident Evil itch that I need to scratch. I'm thinking about playing Resident Evil 3. Yeah, there's a lot of Resident Evil games that I haven't played, and yeah, I'm just itching to get into a few of the remakes on the more later consoles. But yeah, shout out to you, my friend, for that. Always enjoy adding nice bits of cardboard and steelbooks to my collection. And then I bumped into Scotty T. Now, he's often at these events, very, very kind, generous young man, and he just started giving me stuff out of his bag, which is very kind of him. He's a top guy. The first one being this Ninjago slipcover for the Lego series. He knows I've already completed the set, but he said to me, I'm sure you know someone that needs this, and I do. There's a few people collecting these over on the Ghetto Gang Discord, so I'll be passing that on in kindness. And then he pulled this out, which I was sort of blown away by. So that is GP1 on the Super Nintendo. I wasn't 100% sure if I own this or not. It's one of them sort of like more generic titles that I see quite often, so in my mind I wasn't 100% sure, but looking through my collection when I got back, I don't think I do own it, so much appreciated, my friend. Not a title that you would associate with Atlas these days, but yeah, this was an Atlas developed game, and yeah, it's GP1, but another one of the Super Nintendo set. So, early on, I've had 2 new Super Nintendo games to the collection. It's already a good day, but there's a lot more to come. The fact that you've just asked me if that's for me tells me that I probably shouldn't have bought it, but it's where I'm at in life. Cheers, lovey, thanks a lot for that. Right, I finally caught back up with Jim and Kev. Kev, you got a bag full of games, haven't you?
Back full.
We're going to have a look at these.
Love them.
Yeah? Oh, PSP. Not all PSP Essential, darling.
Maybe.
Craig's here as well. Craigie B in the house. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I've actually been impressed so far.
I've been blown away. blown away.
Not enough fudge stalls over there.
Have you not seen the fudge seller?
There's only one.
I've already
I
had
think
some.
Needs more.
Yeah, I've had some.
I don't think there's enough 3D printed stuff.
Go on, tell them. Tell them what you think, Kev.
We need more 3D printed stuff.
It's clean as clean.
Nice one for that, Kev. That takes me nicely to the elephant in the room, which is the events themselves. So the last time I went to one, I wasn't shy in giving my thoughts on the video that I wasn't overly impressed. Whilst I don't have anything against Etsy sellers, 3D printers or anything like that, I think some of those stores are really good. I just thought there was too many of them, and I was a bit concerned that it was becoming a bit of a growing trend. And it wasn't just myself. Looking at the comment section of that video, the vast majority, if not everybody, tended to agree with me that they were seeing too many of these type of sellers at events, and they would like to see more game sellers at game markets. Well, it wasn't just you guys that watched that video. One of the event organizers watched it and he reached out to me. I was actually supposed to meet him on the day, but we couldn't quite get our schedules together. But he did send me a bit of information which I thought you guys would like to hear. So he said to me, and I quote, "We've always tried to have some variety at the markets as feedback was always positive. We weren't aware that long-term regulars were unhappy until we saw your video, so we were surprised by it. We've read and heard your followers' views and have already started taking action. Going forwards, we will be doing a much deeper look at all traders and will be reducing the number of Etsy-style traders where necessary. This will become evident from September onwards. The next 4 events are pretty much sold out on space already. Ultimately, what we want is to continue delivering shows that everyone will enjoy and be happy with. People who have been coming for years and casual gamers alike, and we always appreciate the support we have from our attendees." So, in short, brilliant. Sounds like they've taken that on board, the feedback, and that's because of you guys, right? I'm just one person. No one's going to do that based on one person's opinion, but as I say, you guys came out and you gave your opinion, which is fantastic, and you can't ask for much more from event organisers than to take heed of that and potentially take action. So we shall see on the events from September if there is any change. But speaking on today's market, I would say it was a marked improvement from Birmingham in pretty much every way. I much preferred the event. Yes, there was still a lot of stallers selling random things that weren't necessarily gaming related, or games should I say, but there was a lot higher quality games on show. I never sort of looked around like I did at Birmingham and thought, oh, where's all the games, where's all the good stuff? There was a lot of good stuff on show, and yeah, I really enjoyed the event. And speaking of there being a lot of games on show, there was a lot of GameCube Players' Choice games on show. So if you don't know, it's my latest subset venture. I got pulled in when I went to Amsterdam. I found one there, and yeah, I think those sort of platinum spines look great when you bunch them all together. I'm not sure exactly on how many there are in the set. It's a bit debatable, but I think there's somewhere between sort of 55 and 60. So there were so many on show today that I didn't just want to go frenetically picking up all the cheaper ones, all the random like Medal of Honors and sports games that you can find in CEXs, and I hope to do so. I wanted to get the heavier hitters, the more expensive first party Nintendo games, and I picked up a couple of nice ones. So the first one that I picked up is Mario Party 4. This one's a 2002 Hudson Soft developed party game compilation, and it's one of 2 releases on the GameCube for the Mario Party series. I'm actually currently playing Mario Party Jamboree with the family. We've been playing that like once a week, really enjoying it now, sort of like RG Junior's old enough to play those sort of games, and it is good fun for what it is, right? My Mario Party memories go back to the OG. It's probably one of the only real nice memories I have of the N64. You guys know I'm not a big N64 guy. I didn't really grow up with one. But I do remember going to a friend's house and playing the original Mario Party all night, to the point where, yeah, I had the famous big blister in the middle of my hand from going round and round and round on that center analog stick. But yeah, I just, like I say, this is exactly what I wanted to come away with. I wanted the more valuable Nintendo first party releases, and again, this was a pickup from the fantastic people at Hammer Gaming. He had £28 on it. I think he did it for me 20, I can't remember if he did 25 or 20, might have been 20. I know he did me a good deal on it, and I think 28 is what it is at CEX. So yeah, I was very, very happy with that. Shout out to them once again. And another Player's Choice GameCube game, Super Smash Bros. Melee. This 2001 crossover fighter was developed by HAL Laboratory and published by Nintendo. It's the second installment in the series, and I think the most beloved. It was actually the best-selling GameCube title, which was a bit surprising to me. But this is thought of as being the ultimate Smash Brothers game. Pardon the pun, there was a Smash Brothers Ultimate. IGN gave this a 9.8 out of 10, and to this day it still has a hardcore group of fans that sort of like keep this game alive. And this is the reason why you could get a GameCube controller attachment for the Switch to play the more modern version with, because people are just so accustomed to playing this one and love it so much. I'm not a Smash Bros fan, I'm just going to put it out there, right? It's one of the things that I want to like, I want to enjoy, I want to be good at. I actually bought the Switch one on day one, and I got home and I said, right, I'm going to get good. It don't matter how long it takes, I'm going to dedicate myself. I think that lasted about a day before I realised, yeah, it's just not for me, and I am terrible at it. It's one of them, if I was good at it, I might enjoy it more. But it's just one of them games that my brain does not compute. I can't get it, I can't get the hang of it. But either way, it's another nice one ticked off the GameCube Player's Choice list. Dan, did you buy a Christmas game?
No, but I've got.
Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, an expensive one. Woo! How many do you need for the set now? Do you know?
I'm only at like 310. So
Only.
Amateur. It doesn't. It's one of the sub collections. It's got over 400. So
There's actually goal in it. We need 400.
so yeah.
Nice one.
Only Mega Drive, and he's got Mega Drive.
He's got no more room though, hasn't he?
This is the Mega Drive, man.
Right, I'm here getting bored of watching Dan finding Mega Drive games and Kev moaning about something. But bumped into Retro Gem.
Hey.
Retro Gem's channel. I was just talking to you about your channel.
Yeah.
I love this channel. I'm going to make sure there's a link in the description below. Fantastic. One of the best edited like retro game channels there is out there. And yeah, definitely go and get involved, guys. Check it out. So cool with it. So what inch is that? Do you know what inch the screen is? And what connections are on the back? So it's only the old school, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so we've put this adapter on. We ordered this.
Yeah.
So we've coaxed it to RF.
Right, okay.
So you can now tune your RF into it. I think it's a 7.
Right, yeah. It's cool, man. Very cool.
That's the dev card.
Right, that's it. I think we're all too hot, too broke. How are you, mate? It's good to see you, man. I think we're calling it a day. You hot, Kev?
I'm not broke.
Right, we're calling it a day. I've spent all my money anyway. I spent all Kev's money, actually. That's a good scenario. Actually, decent event. I enjoyed it. Let's go and have a look what you picked up, shall we?
You enjoyed it because you was with me.
Oh, always, mate. Always. We're going to have a look at what Kev bought. I'm sure it's A-grade stuff. Right, so before we get into Kev's pickups and my biggest pickup of the day, I want to show you guys this. So you'll have seen footage there from the fantastic Vintage Gamer. Always great seeing Nick, and it goes without saying, they always have one of the best stores at these events. We had a bit of a pre-arranged deal, and that was for this. Oh, look how beautiful it is. So, for those of you that don't know, this stunning, fat, white PS2 never got a PAL release. So this is Japanese. I'm obviously a white console collector. So looking now at my Kallax unit, all but the elusive Mega Drive are having white. But today I've got that small, slim, silver PS2. And it somewhat annoys me, right? I want to have the white PS2. For some reason, I don't know why, they never released this one in Europe, but this is as clean an example as you could ever wish to see. It's like minty fresh. Look at it. Absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to get this in situ in that Kallax unit. I think all I need to do with this is get a step-down converter, because I can't plug just a standard UK plug into this. And I think you can get a free McBoot memory card. That's what I've been told. This is not my area of expertise, so let me know if I'm wrong. But I think if I get a free McBoot memory card, I can play my PAL discs in here. Again, please let me know if I'm wrong, because I'm far from an expert when it comes to that kind of stuff. But yeah, very, very happy with that. But that is not my only pickup that I got from Vintage Gamer. But before we get into that madness, let's see what Kev got. Kev! What you been buying, mate?
Good games.
Oh, yeah.
Max Payne for the kiosk.
For the kiosk. I'm sure that kiosk's been full numerous times.
No, Max Payne, Amped and Reckless. This is a great game.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like it's not. What is that?
I don't know, I've seen it
Photo CD operating system. Yeah, I mean...
So now I can put all my photos on my Sega Saturn.
I don't even know what to say, mate.
Does it come with a manual?
£19.
With manual.
Box complete. Now you know how to put your photos on your Saturn.
Teddy Boy.
Teddy Boy. Okay. Have you got anything good?
Yeah. We'll get to the good stuff.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's got Superman on it.
It's super. £65.
No, I didn't pay that.
Oh, good old sore thumb. Oh, you got your heavy hit discount, didn't you? We've all seen you with the belt.
He said it was 10%, but I got more than that off.
I feel like they could have made more effort with his face. I don't know why there's so much shading on. Oh.
Now it's devalued. I'm not going to get nothing for it. I'll trade it in.
I mean, look at it though. Right. Oh yeah.
You're not interested.
I am.
You're not even looking. You're looking over there.
Looking at donuts.
If you don't want to
I'm
do
glad you
this,
said
though,
donuts,
if
Jim.
you don't want to do this,
I do
then
want
we
to do. I'm just waiting for the good stuff.
No, you look at. Who is it? That you're
Right,
looking
no
at?
one. Come on. Right, Spider-Man, X-Men. Yeah, we looked at this together.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I brought it.
Oh,
It's
memories.
ours.
Yeah, it's a nice one, that. Well done, mate. Better than Teddy Boy.
Are you ready?
Then we get to the good stuff.
Oh, I feel like it's not going to be good. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, boy.
Hang on, that's a thumbnail right there. Just
we-
hold them.
We cleared out.
Ah.
We cleared out the market of PSP essentials.
Nobody else was buying them. That's why. You're the only person that bought them.
No one's jumped on that bandwagon yet.
No, they haven't. With good reason. Right, just hurry up through
Puke,
these.
so, that one.
Puke was better, yeah.
Puke Force.
Puke Force. Go on then, what's that?
Bakugan.
So, yeah.
Bakugan. What is it?
This is like Katamari all over again.
What is it?
I don't know. Okay with that.
Bakugan.
Defenders of the
It's the
core.
thing with the spinning things, isn't it?
I think you've got to say it in a Japanese accent.
Harry
No,
Potter.
we definitely ain't got to do that. Goblet of Fire, yep.
I'll tell him.
Mega Minis Volume 1.
Yep.
I've got Volume 2.
Oh yeah, of course you have. Which one's better?
I don't know, I'm not going to play them. Loco Roco.
Yeah.
Have I said that wrong or not?
No.
Loco Rocco.
Roko. I think it's Roko. I don't know.
Loco,
I'm not interested. I couldn't care less about any of these.
Medieval.
Yep.
Wally.
I do actually like Wally.
What?
I do actually like Wally.
Wally?
Yeah.
It's Wally.
It's Wally.
Have
you seen the film?
Yeah, loads of times.
Wally.
Yeah, not Wally. Don't say Wally.
Does.
Well, you just said Wally.
Wally.
Yeah, that's Wally.
Wally. Definitely not from Leicester, is she? Wally. There we go, decent game. Yeah. Shame you bought that version of it.
Won't come back.
I
Yep.
think it's the best way to play that game.
For PSP.
Some of these were
Fantasy.
well expensive, weren't they?
Yeah, some of the 25.
Did you just care? Look at the price
No,
after.
he kept on
Was
throwing
it just
them
like
in.
a secondary thing? You just wanted them all?
Lord of Arcania.
Yep.
Did I say that right?
Don't know.
I feel like I'm at school. Another Harry Potter classic.
Yep.
And this one's right up there with.
Is this the last one?
This is like Touch My Katamari. This.
Oh.
If this doesn't like get like ripped off the shelves at CX, then yeah.
Oh my
boy.
God. Oh, Kev.
It's Hello Kitty with a puzzle part.
Is that everything you bought? Is this it?
Yeah, that's it.
I feel you've changed. I remember I used to come to these things with Kev and you're buying all these
I've got
high-end
all
Mega
that stuff.
Drive games. This is where we're at now, yeah?
I know.
Right.
I ain't going to anymore.
we are.
If you don't appreciate it. I mean, look at that.
Make sure you let us know in the comment section below what you think of Kev's pickups. Kev, that's
Beautiful.
hurting my eyes, mate. Gee, can you turn it back round? Oof. Right, say bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Right, let's rescue this video, shall we, with a very nice pickup. All jokes aside, it's always great to see Kev and Jim. Yeah, and Kev said this as we were leaving.
So you enjoyed it because you was with me.
Oh, always me. Always.
And he wasn't wrong. It's always better to game hunt with friends. It was a great day, so shout out to you, and hopefully we'll be seeing Kev again very soon on the channel. But right, this last pickup, a very elusive, very expensive, very high-end, unsurprisingly Super Nintendo game. But there's a bit of a story to it. So I'm going to take you guys way back to when I purchased my PS2 TV from Vintage Gamer. Myself and Nick had a bit of a gentleman's agreement. He didn't really want to sell it, so he sold it to me at a fantastic price, but on the proviso that if I do get rid of it, or when I've sort of like had my fun with it, I'll bring it back to him and he'll pretty much give me the value of what I paid for it back. Since then, I think the value has gone up, but that's all irrelevant, right? We had the gentleman's agreement. So I rang Nick the other day and I said, look, I'm thinking about getting rid of my PS2 TV. I do love the thing, but it's space. It takes up a lot of real estate in here, and if I'm being honest, I think the aesthetics of the room will look better with a continuation of these colourful, beautiful games and spines, as opposed to having the PS2 TV. I've had my fun with it, the novelty's worn off, I've got a Bang & Olufsen fantastic CRT to play my PS2 on anyway, so yeah, it's just one of the things. I moved it on, and what we did was a swap, and I'm very happy with what I got. In return, pardon the pun, on the Super Nintendo, the death and return of Superman. This one's a 1994 Sunsoft developed side-scrolling beat-em-up based on the DC Comics storyline, The Death of Superman. The game features many characters from those comics, including Superman himself, of course, Superboy, Steve, Cyborg Superman, the Eradicator, and Doomsday. All 5 of those Supermen are playable at one point or another throughout the game, and it got very average views, to be honest. And a year later, the Mega Drive version came out. Now, the Mega Drive version is virtually identical. I think they've got different soundtracks, but in terms of how they play very similar, all except for one key point. So you guys might be aware, the Mega Drive version of this game has a game-ruining glitch. So I think between level 2 and level 3, there's a glitch which stops you from getting any further. And I think it was re-released, fixed in America, but not in PAL. So yeah, cheers, thanks for that. You Europeans can deal with your ruined game, basically. So yeah, the Mega Drive version is not the way to go when it comes to this. But this is a very expensive game. So you can see on here, Nick had this for sale at £395, which is about right looking at eBay. There's currently one complete copy of this for sale on the Super Nintendo there, and that's for £343, but it's in far worse condition than this one. In terms of Mega Drive, that's even more expensive. There's one currently for sale for £873, there's a sold one for £1,200, and it's just mad. It's one of the few examples where the Mega Drive version is more expensive than the Super Nintendo version. Crazy, considering that it's barely even playable on that system, which might add to its rarity. If it didn't sell many, or people just discarded it because it was a waste of time, yeah, maybe that's what's added to its increased value. Such is the life of a video game collector, right? Crazy values on a game that doesn't work properly. If you know more about that, by the way, let me know in the comment section. I'm no expert on the Mega Drive, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. But yeah, absolutely delighted to be adding what is a very heavy hitting game to my collection. And I don't take this lightly, because we're trucking along at such speed with a full Super Nintendo set. We're going much quicker than I thought we would. We're getting closer to the end, probably a couple of years ahead of where I expected to be. And what's good about that, we keep adding heavy hitters. These are the sort of games that I thought I'd be going into the last 50, 30, 20 games that I needed for the set, and then I'd have to spend loads of money on them. But I just keep finding ways as a collector, right? We keep wheeling and dealing and finding ways to have these games added to the SNES wall. Like this, for example, cost me nothing. Just traded something that I was ready to let go of, and that's the way you've got to do it, especially if you want to build such an expensive, elusive set as the Super Nintendo. So for me, yeah, couldn't be happier. And what a great way to end what was a good day. Like I say, a much improved market. Let me know if you attended. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you thought this was better than Birmingham if you went to both. And let me know what you think about the event organisers and what they've had to say about the events going forwards. But as always, thank you very much for taking the time to watch. It's much appreciated. I'm going to be adding something arguably even more special for my collection on Sunday's vlog. So make sure you stay locked to the channel for that. Play your games, keep it retro. Take care in a bit. Don't sell it him.
That please, but it says 12 on there, but I think it should be a 10
No one can read what them things say anyway.
You're lucky I'm in a good mood.
Really? And this is?
Don't buy it. What's in your bag? I reckon it's full of PSP essentials. Is that all you bought?
Lock into the retro ghetto. Come and have a look around the ghetto. We got Sonic and Staples settle. Lock into the retro ghetto.